Well, hello and welcome to another ride. This is a very different kind of one. We're kind of going through a downtown section. Seems like we have this whole army of people cleaning up the trash, which is just awesome. 안녕하세요.
예.
안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. 쏩니다. 쏩니다. Yeah, they look like they're probably a volunteer group, so I should say thank you. So again, it's a very windy day, so hopefully the sound will be okay. I'm trying the sound a little differently today. I'm doing it with the noise reduction, which I've never used before, so I'm going to try that. So every ride's going to be different, trying new things, seeing what works and what doesn't work. What I love about this trail is that it goes, through downtown. So all these big buildings and, but it's going to end up on trails, almost in the country, and it happens very quickly. So we get a little downtown area. We also get a little country area. So, we can enjoy it. As usual, I never know how much ambient sound I'm going to get. I like some sound. It's a cute dog. I like some sound because it really makes us feel like we're on the ride together. You don't want to eliminate all the sounds, but yet I don't want the sounds to be devastating. So you can see this huge complex here. Korea's famous for that. Beautiful buildings, and they're updating all the time. So slowly but surely they're getting rid of all the old buildings and replacing them with new. A lot of these older buildings were built in the 70s and 80s, and so you see these little tiny ones along the edge, which I hope you can see. I love these paths because I see every kind of cyclist you can see. I've seen young kids and I've seen older men. This guy's got probably an electric bike. Big fat tire electric bike, which I think is cool. Makes me want to try different kinds of bikes. On these rides, you're going to see tons of bridges. This area loves bridges. And they're all different kinds. Some are really old and still cool. Some of them are just old and falling apart. Some of them are new. It's such a cool design. Sometimes I wish I had a drone. You see these steps over here, if you can see them. Those are really interesting because you can literally walk across the river here. Very unique way to get across. One of these days, I'll walk you across one. These are also very famous, these outdoor exercises. I think these are workmen of some kind. So it's good. It's a free way to exercise. They're open all the time. They're free. And you can work out in nature. Just an awesome thing. So another thing we'll do on one of our rides is try those out. That one looked pretty busy though. And again, those are things you find just everywhere. So today my fitness level is kind of middle. I don't feel incredibly energetic. I don't feel non-energetic. I think this is a very good use of space. This overhang of the bridge, put a bike trail next to it. You've got all this space until you get to the river. So, very friendly place for people and bikes, cars. I wish this river was a true river and you could boat down it. But, you know, it's a lot of times just a trickle. It's not much of a river. So I like to change up all of my rides. Again, this one's neat because it goes right downtown. And one day I'll try to take you right through downtown, you know. And I remember when I first came to Korea, all the signs were in Korean. It was so confusing, you know. Didn't have a Korean girlfriend or wife yet. Didn't know anything, you know. I came to Korea on a total whim. And I got downtown and literally everything, you know. Yeah, and it wasn't so many foreign brands yet. This is a long time ago. So you didn't have like Nike signs or things like that. So, very interesting. So it's just another one of those bridges, very old bridge, but it's very nice because you're on the bike and there's a wide path to get up and cross over to the other side. I tried crossing over there one day, this exact bridge, just to see what was there. And it was just a big, busy street with all the same shops as everywhere. So unfortunately it wasn't that interesting. But you know, I think I got a video of it somewhere. Kind of fun to do though. Looks like a whole section for people to sit. It's like 6 benches there. Nice place though, because it's covered out of the sun. Because let's face it, Korea is going to get very hot. You know, when it starts to get more and more of the summer. Right now it's the 1st of June. So, right now it's the 1st of June, so it's not too hot yet. So it's still got a lot. I just love these steps and the water flowing down. For me, I just think it's so pretty. So I've actually stopped and take some videos of things like that. Just think it's really pretty. Here's another way to get up. I don't think I'd get my bike up there, but maybe. So I'm using the DJI Action 4, and I love this camera, but I appreciate it in the comments if you could help me. How can I get the best out of this camera? I'm trying to play with some of the settings, and you know, I'm just trying different things. So this video actually was with totally different settings than what I'm used to. So I just want to see how that comes out. Another one of these ramps to cross the bridge, which I think is kind of neat. You know, I don't know what biking is like where you're from, but it's an old path, not the greatest quality, but I'm completely separated from cars. You know, and I'm just going to go for miles and miles or kilometers and kilometers, you know, without running into a car. That's pretty cool. Gotta be careful because of the dog. Cute dog though. As I mentioned in my last vlog, I'm not into speed. I'm not trying to raise speed records. I'm doing this purely out of the enjoyment of biking. I love the freedom. I love the fact that, you know, my arms get a workout, my back gets a little workout, my legs look great. You know, it's good for my heart. It's good for my mood. It's good for my digestion. So I just do this for the health and just the joy of it. So you can see we're slowly getting out of the city. We have an LG Best Shop. I didn't know LG was Korean before I came here. I thought that was British. I remember when I lived in Prague. I lived in Prague for many years. I actually speak Czech. And you know, in the main square of Prague, the new town, there was a big sign that said LG. You know, it's really crazy now to know that LG is from Korea. So Korea had a huge sign, LG, in the middle of Prague. Really cool. These are very old style houses, you know, very Korean. They have a main living at the bottom and then smaller ones at the top. These used to be absolutely everywhere. So yeah, I love those kitted out guys, you know. Maybe if I get serious enough, I'll go. Maybe if I get serious, I'll kid out with all the, you know, right biking stuff. I should probably speak up a little bit, because I'm not sure if you can hear me through all the wind. But I can just turn up the sound in post. Yeah, you can see we're getting more and more country. But then you have these really nice apartment complexes. You know, when this was brand new, it's probably a very nice place to live. Still is. You know, I think this nice relaxed spot right by a major bike path. Usually you can tell the major bike paths because it's in blue lines like this one. But I can't imagine this is a major bike path. It's so ill kept, you know, and in the middle of nowhere. We'll see though. Interesting. The Gwangju-cheon River. Always like that in Korea, how, you know, there's not mountains, but pretty high hills. They're just everywhere. So they're great if you like small hiking, but, you know, great to climb up and get nice views. Nice feature of this area. It's kind of a nice thing there. We're in the middle of nowhere and there's like a bike fixing place. Really nice thing to have. Second one I've seen today. Very cool. So if I could give a quick shout out, I was watching a channel called Two Wheel Cruise. And it's about this American, and he's married to, I think, a Vietnamese woman. You know, they do biking videos. They started off and they were doing them in Japan, and then they moved to Vietnam, and I think they're planning on moving to America. You know, so they're one of those channels that got me started in this. You know, saying, hey, that looks like fun. Maybe I could do that. I was riding my bike anyway. Why can't I do videos? You know, and again, I'm not doing this necessarily for views. I'm just on my bike anyway. I usually ride alone, so just to talk for 20 minutes sounds like fun. So I'd like to give a shout out to Two Wheel Cruise, as you know, they kind of inspired me. And then there's another couple. They're called Lost Then Found, and they do a lot of biking videos, you know, the major bike paths in Korea. I think they're based out of Seoul. And so I want to thank them too, because they kind of gave me this idea, you know, to start doing these kinds of channels. So thank you for Lost and Found. I think he's from Canada, if I remember, because I think he says a lot. You know, he says for sure a lot too, which I think is a Canadian expression. I think that's fun because I used to work for the government of Canada a while ago, and I think his wife is Korean, so I can kind of relate since my wife is Korean. But I'm kind of jealous of those guys. Not really, but you know, that my wife doesn't really like biking. She'd go for a very short ride, maybe, you know, 4 or 5 kilometers, but that's it. It's even hard to get her out for that short a ride. But that's okay, you know. You know, and the problem is I'm getting better and better at biking. So for me to go for a 4-mile ride, you're just getting warmed up. You're just getting excited for the ride, and then you have to stop. And the same thing with my son. My son's, you know, biking, maybe. And so, you know, really hard to get my son interested. A little scary there. The guy didn't see that guy coming at all. Yeah, but you see, we're getting more and more country, these beautiful mountains up here. Just a totally different kind of riding. So around my place, there's like 10 different, you know, different kinds of trails. So I kind of added them up. So, you know, I'd like to do all 10 ways of going, but they're also like different seasons. These trails are totally different. Ugh, big hill all of a sudden. These trails are totally different in summer than fall or winter. So pretty when the cherry blossoms come out. And so I think they're going to be cool in the winter, but I'm not sure if I can ride in the winter. Like to try though. Again, I'd like to shout out to my listeners. I know we're just starting, there's not many listeners yet, and that's fine. But, you know, I usually edit in CapCut. But CapCut has just been a nightmare lately. You bring in simple videos, and all you want to do is render them. And, you know, it knocks out the computer, and sometimes I had my computer flash at me. What is it doing? So I think maybe just going to an earlier version of CapCut, maybe this new AI generated one is just too complicated for my computer. So if you have any ideas, I appreciate comments. You know, I used to think I hated comments because, oh, please comment so I get more views and likes and the algorithm likes me. But what I've decided is I do these rides for me because I enjoy them, but also for the listeners. If there's anybody there wants to learn about Korea, wants to have a nice relaxing view, you know, the comments, they help everyone. They help me learn some things I don't know. You know, I talk about things that may be things you don't know. And so, you know, it just helps the community. I love to create a little community around these rides, you know. Wow, this trail is so neat. There's a lot of traffic noise from that highway though. That looks like a highway. But still, I'm nowhere near the cars. That's nice. So some videos have jet noise. This one has a little bit of car noise, but at least no cars. I am getting in better shape because this ride used to just kill me. Going this far, you know, all the way through here, absolutely destroyed me. And now I'm going to go all the way to the end of this trail, stop and have a snack, and then it keeps going. So I think I'm going to go another 10, 15, 20 minutes. You know, I want to see what's beyond this. This trail's honestly not that great. I tried the trail on the other side too. And, you know, it seems like some sections seems like it's like says no bikes. And some sections you can have bikes. So it's all very confusing down there. So I don't know what to do. But I like to be very fair. And just in this ride, yeah, I was enjoying the ride. And, you know, it's clearly a path for bikes. And then there's these three young ladies. And they're walking three abreast, completely covering the bike path. You know, the bike path was very narrow there, going under this little underpass. I'm just totally oblivious of bikes. How can they do that? You know? Sometimes I'll see a beautiful path like down there. You know, why can't I use that? Beautiful, it's open, looks great. I'm honestly confused by that. Excuse me. I don't know what's in there. Seems like it's full of solar panels. I don't know what that is. Oh, there's a trains in there. Interesting. Are we near the trains? Those trains look like they're abandoned. I don't know what this place is. Honeymoon. Not sure what that is. And there's apartments out here. I don't really wonder what's inside there. Looks interesting. Sorry if I cough or breathe funny sometimes. I have this cold that just won't go away. And what I've noticed is when I bike, and you know, it just blows out. So it just won't leave me alone. Very strange, but that's what you got to deal with, I guess. All right. Ooh, quick. Yeah, we thought this section was interesting. You got this pretty nice houses back there. Really nice big houses. I have a video kind of going through those a little bit. Because this is where I used to stop. Like, I absolutely could not go any farther than in here. But if you go down this road down there, there's some really interesting things. Some little cool Korean house, if you can see it. You know, nice big house there. So I used to go to the end of this road, and that was it. That's all I could go. I wanted to go down there. I don't know if you can see it, but you know, there is a bike path kind of thing, but it's always covered in water. So walking, maybe all right. Well, this is interesting, because again, this is where I thought it all ended. But no, I can just cross here. You know, and I just do a little road for a while. Beautiful road. You know, just absolutely gorgeous road. So we just ride this road for just a little tiny bit. So if you just go very, very short distance, there's a little place to sit, and I'm going to rest and have my snack. Maybe lunch sometimes. Hard to know. Kind of a neat little garden here. You'll see this a lot in Korea. Just a garden out of nowhere, but good use of space. We're still by the river. It's very cooling. The sun's not really out much, so it seems okay. Still for bikes, you can see the bike sign. So again, I don't know if the bike sign just means this is a major bike path, or does the no bike sign just means it's not part of a major path? I don't know. Sure, if I didn't talk, I concentrated more, I'd cover a lot more distance. I'm very lazy. I'm a lazy cyclist. That's okay. Sometimes I feel like I have a choice. I can laze in front of the TV, just sitting down, or I can sit on the bike and at least get some exercise and some fresh air. Might as well sit on the bike. What is this little building here? What is that thing? That's weird. There's a whole little building there. Bus stop, maybe? Oh yeah, some people working on their gardens. When I lived in Czech Republic, that was just huge. Gardens everywhere. People have whole weekend houses just devoted to their gardens. Oh, it's really crowded here. Oh, I don't know if I can have my snack. Oh, let's see what's here. So, we'll stop here. Stop recording.